I'm pretty sure all of you guys have seen the JJ Watt video, right? The video is saying how he feels sorry for the fans, for the fans of the Texans. He feels sorry for the people of Houston. By the way, this team has played, and he just really went on a whole rant saying how everybody needs to be accountable. There's no reason why you shouldn't play hard in Week 17, even though your team is horrible. Because this is the best job in the world, and yada yada yada. Right? He goes off. Everybody loves it. So it looks like J.J. Watt is bought in. But the question is if you're the Houston Texans, what do you do with J.J. Watt? We're going to discuss it next. Let's get the intro.
It's the city of the dream team. Hakeem, Turing, Beyonce, yeah, me. And I remember hot summer, hot winter. I couldn't fight, so the block.
Now, this is a topic that I've been talking about forever now, since the start of this channel. My videos have always come down to one, and it's always, what do you do with JJ Watt? I think that's a question that needs to be asked and answered in the next couple weeks on what do you do, because after this game on Sunday, it starts. Your off season starts. The new regime of the head coach starts, right? You're going to be interviewing whoever and anybody who is available at the time who were not in the playoffs. It looks like the San Francisco 49ers wouldn't. I'm not sure they're going to make the playoffs. Probably not. But you could already interview Robert Saleh. Eric Bieniemy, you could request it. They might deny it. But it's so serious and it's going to happen so fast that you're going to ask yourself, what do you do with J.J. Watt? Do you trade him because the Houston Texans don't have a first round pick, because the Houston Texans don't have a second round pick? They're going to have a high third, of course, because they're not good right now. But do you trade J.J. Watt and try to give this regime a chance at the draft? Now, this is what you got to look at. You're taking away a pivotal piece of this already horrible defense, and you're going to fill it with a rookie or whoever else it may be. Do you do that? Do you already take away one of the, because he's J.J. Watt still elite, right? Do you take away one of the most elite defensive ends in the NFL on an already atrocious defense? Because the defense is going to get worse unless something, gets fixed. Or do you have a conversation with JJ and say, hey, we're going to bring in all these guys. We're going to bring in, these coaches. We want you to stay and we want you to be a part of this defense. Now, that's only going to work one of two ways, right? You're either going to say, hey, I want to stay here. And you being the man that you are, you being the quote unquote leader that you say you are, we're going to ask you to take a pay cut, restructure your contract so that we could bring in pieces on this defense to help get him better. Or if you're not open to that, then we're just going to send you off. I think that's the only two options with JJ Watt. I think if he wants to stay, he needs to take a pay cut and bring in somebody else, bring in other defensive players, because he's supposed to get paid, I think, 17.5 or 18 mil next year, which is god awful, a lot of money, for someone of JJ, in his age and injury history. Or, and if he's not willing to do that, then we have to trade him, because somebody is going to want JJ Watt. Let's not act like he has no trade value. J.J. Watt is going to get a lot of interest to whoever it is. I'm kind of more happy that we didn't trade him during the deadline. Now you're going to see teams who didn't make the Super Bowl last year or were moments away from winning the Super Bowl couldn't win it because their defense didn't step up. And there's going to obviously attract someone like a J.J. Watt, because J.J. Watt, wherever he goes to, is going to be a win-now move for whoever team it is. So I think that's your two options. You're the Houston Texans. If you're gonna stay here, you're gonna take a pay cut, and we're gonna bring in, a Jason Verrett, or we'll try to bring in Solomon Thomas, maybe a Richard Sherman, and we're gonna try to build this defense back up. Or, well, thank you, number 99, for everything you've done. We're not gonna ship you to the highest bidder, and we're gonna try to build through the draft. I think that's your two answers. Let me know what you think, guys. As always, go Houston Texans. Y'all have a blessed Tuesday morning.